Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 33-degree, what are we today? Tuesday, the 15th of April. Bees flying around me, birds chirping, just barely little traces of any clouds out there. Swallows out buzzing around, jets flying over. It's a beautiful spring morning. It's made it up to 52 degrees now. Yeah, we can already see where that grass is jumping already. Man, it don't take it no time at all. Holy moly. Yeah, it'll be every weekend mow for a while till it gets really warm and dry, and then the grass just stops growing. And then I'm not gonna water all this. That would be ridiculous. And on a well system, you never know when your aquifer is gonna run dry. But anyway, beautiful day. Let's head on to the Southland. Bust out a day of work. Yo, come on along. Hey, look, there's the mantis green. She must be going to the new owner. It's 58 degrees, total sun, little wisps of little clouds here and there, but
little whispers.
Yeah, it's really nice out there.
It is. I have too many layers on.
Yeah, I don't know how in the world.
I'm dying in here.
I haven't wore not even a vest the last couple of days.
I know, but you're hot-blooded.
But I got cold standing there talking to that guy about that Civic last night.
Yeah, that cooled off fast.
Dang. Yeah, the sun started to go down and it got a bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mama?
Yes, I have.
It's Tuesday.
It is.
Halfway through the month, 15th.
Yep.
So go in there and bust her all out, I reckon.
All right.
All right, Mama. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, and we'll see you as the day goes on.
All right.
All right. See you, bye.
I love you, baby.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Well, this is going to be a very busy Spyder day. So the Spyder comes in with battery concerns. So I thought, well, it's too dead to start. They had it running the other day, so it has some draw somewhere, or the battery's just dead. So I bring it down here to hook the charger to it. The battery's so dead it won't even take a charge. It's just absolutely done. Well, when I open the top here, I can see that the lid's off and stuff, so I moved stuff out of the way, and there's another battery, this one, laying in the bottom. The fuse boxes are all off for some reason, and of course the cover's off, but there's the battery, the little metal thing that holds the battery down, that's missing. The bolts that hold the cover are missing, and this battery that looks brand new is just as dead as the battery that's in it. I mean, it's absolutely so dead that the charger just doesn't even recognize that it's there, which is very weird. Both of these things, that's very strange. So, I have no idea. Thinking about just plugging up. I think Optimate will try to charge a dead battery. I think it's so dead that this thing goes, no. So, I don't know. This one looks like the newer of the two. And, I mean, it's absolutely, it's so clean, doesn't look like it's ever been installed in anything. But absolutely gone. There's nothing there. It's very strange. But somebody, obviously, prior to her purchasing it, put this tuner on there. That's always a wise idea. And then, make sure you leave the X-Acto knife blades hanging off your zip ties. That's always choice. Wasn't her that did this. So she says, I don't mind the tuner going bye-bye. And it's kind of weird that this is routed through the glove box like it is. I mean, that's a very strange way to mount that. Usually you go down and forward to the battery, but I don't know. So something's drawing somewhere. It's got a, USB-A for like phones and whatever, and then, cigarette lighter adapter thing. So she would like this to go to keyed hot. And if this is the draw, she says, make that go away. She don't care nothing about it. You don't need that stuff. It's a Spyder. If you want something to go racing around on, buy something different. It's a perfectly functional, plenty of power touring machine. But all that was done prior to her getting it. So who knows, once I start, pulling some covers off and looking down there. What's weird is, how is this all tapped in? Because there's nothing going to the battery. You'll see some dangling wires there. The battery tender's not connected. But there's nothing else going to the battery. So how is that all connected? This will be an interesting one. And this is our lovely Canyon Redrock that was purchased a week or so ago. And these were back ordered for a while. Be cool. So it's got these fog lights, and then I think he's got the ones that go on the side ordered as well. The pods, they come out here kind of like adventure bikes usually have those on there. Oh, he's sure loving this thing. You can't hardly not. I love the BRP link. Love how that link stuff works, man. It just clicks right in. That's what these little nubs you see everywhere are for these really cool accessories. Nice tank bag. Really secure. That's just perfect. Oh, I was about to say, what's he got I don't know what that's for. Got something going somewhere. Nice. Looks like it's well made. Like manufacturer stuff usually is. This one, it's got the brake switch recall, which is weird that one of these things are still floating around. That thing goes back a couple, 3 years now. And I'm going to do an oil change. You must be doing it on time because it's got 6,300 miles. The next oil change isn't due until 93. And it's the original 2020. Man, is that thing pretty. Holy moly. Very, very, very clean. It's amazing you can get 7,000 miles on one of those things and keep them that clean. I mean, I definitely do that, but it's rare to see someone else do that. It's got fingerprints and bug stuff on it, but that's normal stuff. It hasn't been, taking on long tours and crazy rains and stuff like that. If I had a Spyder and I did one of those things, all the body work would come off and she would get a thorough cleaning, because I know what goes on underneath there. It's like, that beautiful truck, and then you look under the hood or underneath and you go, holy moly. I wouldn't have my Spyder looking that way. That's a lot of work to do that kind of stuff, but I would do it just for the peace of mind. I can't deal knowing all that junk's underneath there. You can clean them on the outside. You can spit shine them all you want. But as soon as you pull the body cover off, you go, uh-huh. All right, I got lots to do here. Here's another classic example of someone shouldn't be touching a Spyder. Notice the weird shape inside there? You notice how it does not look like a hexagon or whatever an Allen is. Yeah, that's because somebody literally hammered in a T40 Torx in there. And the other thing, the smell in here is atrocious. Because when I turned it on to get it on my bench, it was in eco mode. And the oil is just soot black. And it's in eco mode. And it stinks in here to high heavens. It smells like a burn up motor is what it smells like. It's all carboned up and just nasty. So when you do this is what your ultimate outcome will be. That one's gotten mangled because it had a a bit driven in there, one of those extraction things to get them out. So always leave this sitting right here as an example of what your Spyder is going to eventually look like. I could not get that Allen in there at first, and I jiggled. It's got a good bite on it still, luckily. That's why you shouldn't be touching stuff you don't have a manual or knowledge of. Because people go to this is a T45. Torx has a very distinct look to it. Allen has a different look altogether. Anyway, I got the brake switch and spring and all that stuff in and timed and all that stuff. Anyway, this it's down to the like the no drip here. Need to seal her up and get some fresh oil in this thing. Guess I'm gonna have to get a tape measure out and measure it myself, because the specs are wrong. This is wider than a Spyder, because the Spyder tires they'll bulge right along the side here. Oops, the side here. Now watch. I see the edge of the tires here. Way too sketchy. Before we put the LED fog light on the Canyon, take this thing for a quick test ride and verify everything is hunky-dory. Oops, thought I already did hit the move button. Probably thinking because I just had it running. Heats grips off. Oh, park brake off. Rolling. So I'm gonna take a closer look at the Canyon there. Maybe just the profile of the tire is like tripping me out. I'll just walk over like I said earlier, I'll take a tape measure or just get the front wheels rolled up. I got the front wheels up and then I'm like, there's something sketchy about this, so I'll roll. Speaking of roller, stroller is rolling wild. Looks like there's a stroller in the stroller. But yeah, just maybe the profile of those tires that is tripping me out. But like I say, I can put the front wheels just initially up. It was rolling forward and getting the rear to come up that thought, that's wider. It scared me there for a moment. I thought my Hero 13 was about to do the first glitch on me. I turned off at the light. I got it in quick capture mode. Hit the button and waiting, and she wasn't coming back on. This must not have held my mouth right when I pushed the button. Hit it again, came right on. I wish it'd come on as quick as the Action 5 Pro. I would imagine we're probably going to get some pretty good surprises for the Hero 14. Look at this. Oh, he's just going to run on out. It's people in their own neighborhoods, the ones you have to watch the most, because they probably come out of that thing 100 times and nothing's ever there. And then the one time you're there, surprise! Oh, him taking oh, no, you got it. I was about to say, him taking a left could be really tricky. Reduce speed, it's already 25. Oh, there's nothing even written there. It's not lit up. Wonder what they're gonna do. Wow, it wasn't windy there at the shop. Get out here riding, I'm getting some tossing winds. Look how everything is blooming. I say that every time, but you haven't driven through here and since last week, and it's all of a sudden, ooh, you already see some different. We notice it, like especially after the weekend. Head back to work on Monday, and you can see going down the freeway how stuff is flourished. See the leaves coming out. Very nice. Temperatures 60? No, it was right at 70. I think it's supposed to be 73, 70, 73 I think it is here today. I think it's supposed to be 68, 69 in Toledo. So that was a heck of a score on that car. Man. I was at 21 when I, right in the middle of pandemic craze, when I got the War Wagon. Paid $3,500 for that thing. With that age and that miles, you know, before the pandemic, they either just wouldn't take it at all, or just give you some, you know, little spoof for it, and they're just gonna take it to auction and get whatever they can get out of it. They won't lay a hand on it. Too old, too many miles. People are spooked about stuff like that. But, you know, as you've seen, since we've had it, with that mileage and age, we've had to do a few things to it. That's to be expected. Nothing major. I'm sure we'll probably run into things with Christy's little Civic there. Man, that thing run like a top. So Ryan and I, my son Ryan, came up. Poor kid, driving all the way from Kelso up there and the Highway 12. That's got to be, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes for him. But he knows things like Hondas, especially Hondas. He went through Hondas like, well, a little saying, 2 penny candy. Through a whole bunch of them. You know, and all his friends that were all in, you know, his age and high school and stuff, that was the peak of the rice burners, you know. You know, he walked over, looked in that hood, and he goes, "Oh, that's a whatever motor." He goes, "Those are good ones. That's a prize one. That's the ones the best ones to have to build." I forget what he called it. It was an old K24, like out of the old War Wagon. But anyway, we went for a test ride. I think I told you that last night. Went all the way down to Jackson Highway and spun around by that Chevron station there. It's on the corner. And old Ryan, he just flog-dogged that thing coming back. I mean, wide open. And transmission's perfect. Motor pulled nice and hard. No smoke coming out anywhere. No leaks. Yeah, that made you hit the brakes there, buddy, huh? He boy was running that light. There was no question he was going to push through that thing. I bet you that boy just lost a couple of years off his life with that ambulance siren. That'll teach you. They're messing around. See a guy on a bicycle. Oh, he's not coming through. How you doing? That's a very familiar face. He's wearing a Harley hat. Huh. That might have been, was that the guy with the Road King I was working on? Huh. I don't know. I know that face. Go roll back around there. Who the heck are you? I told you a story about old John, that he was a tech that he was working at. It was Longview Motorsports at the time when I first started, and he was already working there. He had started a few months before me, He was an old school guy, old school flat tracker, and really cool old stories. And he's about 14 years older than me, I think he is. And I love that colors. So anyway, I'd missed a call from him, and I go, oh, I said, John gave me a call. So it was on one of his days off. He worked Tuesdays through Saturdays, and I was Monday through Friday. And it's a few years. I think we were become pro caliber by then. And he could be so grumpy. I mean, so grumpy. So anyway, I call, and the phone's ringing, and all of a sudden he answers the phone, and he goes, hey, you see this guy? And he answers the phone, and he goes, who the F is this? I go, Jesus Christ, Mackenzie. What in the world? He goes, who is this? I go, is that the way you answer the phone all the time? He goes, well, I don't know who the F this is. I go, good God, take a chill pill. He goes, oh, well, I said, don't you have me in your phone as a contact so you can see who's calling when they're calling? I don't know how to put that crap in these dadgum phones. It was an old flip phone, but it was, you know, you could put numbers and stuff in there. That still cracks me up over that. Yeah, that LED headlight, it fits in the grill. And I know he was talking about getting the pod lights too, so he's gonna light the world up with that thing. The stock lights are on it already good. I love how the limiteds have the little accent light there. And that I've seen, I don't think it's a BRP one, maybe it is. There's one that goes in there, and there's one that goes in that little trough right there. That one that goes down the bottom is unusually bright. What's funny, it's like, I think it's two on each side. When you're up close looking at it, you're going, that's not going to work. But if you were to stand here and look at it, you don't see that it's just 4 LEDs. You just see, like, jeez, it's bright. Beautiful blue. Everybody goes with the red, so it's nice to see the blue every once in a while. And still, for $25, you can still get the red. Yeah, I don't even know what the other color is. It may still have this blue as well. She's pretty. She has a dark, sinister look to it. Well, let's roll her back to the shop there. I already turned the RO in, and he says, well, I'll wait till you're done with your test ride before I call the guy. Because you never know. You might find something on your test ride. Smart thinking. Oh man, he lost a Spyder key, and as it turned out, it wasn't him that lost them. It was a new guy. It was a Spyder I worked on. I put an ignition in, and the guy calls and goes, hey, I didn't get my spare keys. Well, the spare keys were still hanging on the wall. So he comes in on the weekend. The new guy looks the RO up and just goes by the last two numbers of the RO. Well, there's two Spyder key sets under those last two digits. And the other guy that's been there for a while, he's going, how do you know he didn't give the wrong keys away? There's another set that ends with those same two numbers. So they didn't know. Well, they figured it out this morning. A Spyder that was on the schedule for cable, or maybe the guy was picking it up, I'm not sure. They can't find the key for it. Well, they see another Spyder key under those last two digits, but that's for somebody else. Well, he finally realized, he looked up the whole number and realized that they were missing. Thankfully, the other guy was there on the weekend at the same time, and he goes, oh yeah, it was just last weekend. You know, we weren't sure if he gave the keys. I was, telling the new guy, you gotta look it up and make sure it's the guy you're handing the keys to, you know. Well, it wasn't. So anyway, they got it all sorted out. scary, crazy. But anyway, thanks for coming along for the rip on this beautiful 2020 Spyder RT Limited. So as the fog lights go down, that's their main beam. You don't really see them that much. If they get down to them, they're messed up right. And they go at angles, which is kind of cool. They kind of tilt out. There's a lot of lights on that thing. And you get to add a new little switch to your setup. Very cool. I don't need to test ride it for putting these on. Let me shut this thing off and show you something real quick. I need to hit the park breaker, it'll beep. So they have you put a spacer between the light and the bumper. There's actually a metal piece underneath there, but the front side of this is tapered. So in doing so, it leaves that gap in there. You can see how it's thinner here than it is over here. So it rocks this out. I think by the looks of it, they're more designed to be with the bumper, which I'm sure he's probably got the bumper coming. So I'm not too worried about it. So I thought maybe you can see this, maybe you can see the silver spacer in there. I thought maybe they mistakenly meant the spacer to be on the outside, which would leave a gap on the edge over here. And no, that leaves, it goes crazy with it. They want it on the inside. They want it behind the light assembly. Ooh, that thing's getting warm quick. Good thing they got them big old heat sinks in there. So those with the running lights, that'll light your world up. I love how this link stuff works. You just click those back and fold them back. It's able to pull the switch out, put the new fog light switch in. It's pretty cool. Boy, that glare out from outside just plays havoc on my lens. You just get that fuzzed out look. Anyway, really cool. Well, hello there, YouTube. Much nicer out here than the cold dark of the night like it was last night. Just using the floodlight off of the shop there. A little impromptu goodbye.
It worked.
But it was a very Spyder / Canyon day today. Yeah, there was no motorcycles at all. It was all 3-wheel Can-Am on-road stuff.
Very good.
But anyway, don't have a whole lot to say. I think I rattled the whole vlog. So I think we're going to roll at that.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday or Thursday.
Heck yeah. We'll see you on hump day.
Yep, see you tomorrow.
All right, thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.